The mid-season premiere of the USA Network's hit legal drama Suits is upon us, and just as you'd expect, it is packed with loads of drama as delivered, and we're delighted to have one of the stars of the show in the studio with us today, Patrick J. Adams. Thanks for stopping by today.
Thank you so much.
Listen, I know that we're in the middle of like Snowmageddon right now, but you still managed to brave your way in here.
I did. I'm here. I'm supposed to get on a plane, but it doesn't seem that that's going to happen.
You're not doing it, are you?
There's no doubt about it. I am going to miss that plane.
See, fantastic.
It's snow going out there.
No, see, that one I gave you, but your PR team has been pushing you to try to use these snow puns
as much as possible
as much
today.
as you possibly can. Let me ask you, from an outsider, from an observer in the news world, then, do you get tired of us always saying those kinds of ridiculous things like Snowmageddon,
No, we love it.
Snowpocalypse?
We love it. You're what give us something to talk about. Come on. No, that's great.
So you understand exactly what we're saying, like, oh, we're going to get like a, it's all the white stuff out there, which I've never understood why we also describe it in that.
They could say white stuff?
Apparently that's, we apparently get bored with saying
we came
snow.
up with a word for it already. Let's use it.
Four-letter. All right, let's
but you know what I mean.
Oh, listen, let's get down to snow business. Okay, well, that didn't. That was good. You slid it in so well. That was a low ball, low hanging fruit. All right, so we're going to talk about this now, because you have a dedicated fan base to the show, because people love to hate your character because he's such a manipulator.
Yep.
All right, but tell me a little bit about Mike Ross, though. I mean, for those that have not checked out Suits yet.
So Mike Ross is a young man who sort of means well, and he really wanted to become a lawyer, but his life kind of fell out from underneath him, and he found himself in a situation where he had to lie in order to get into this law firm. So he pretended he went to law school. He was in cahoots with his friends Harvey Specter right here.
Yep.
And they've basically been running and gunning and lying to everybody the whole time. And slowly the secret has started to get out. But in the meantime, they're trying to solve cases and do good work together.
Because the first couple of episodes, or the first couple of seasons rather, I mean, you basically, Mike was kind of like running scared, like watching his back the entire time to make sure that the secret doesn't get out.
Yeah, exactly.
In fact, here's a bit of what we saw.
Sure.
I am giving you this because it's non-billable work. And the only reason it exists is because of you.
This again.
Excuse me?
You heard me. I've seen this movie before.
And the reason it keeps rerunning is because every time I think I'm done with you, you and your dirty little secret rear your ugly heads.
You know what, Jessica? I have had it up to here with you saying that this is my dirty little secret. You could have fired me when you found out, and you didn't. No, you decided to keep me around because you were more concerned with beating Daniel Hardman and keeping your power. And then you kept me around because you didn't want to lose Harvey. And then you wanted to use my secret to beat Harvey. And then again, and again, and again. So please, Jessica, why don't you tell me, when the hell does this become your dirty little secret?
Ouch.
Yep. Serious business.
A fraud, but a nice guy, though.
Yeah, he's got a heart of gold. I mean, he's always trying to do the right thing, and even the cases that he chases down, the things he's trying to do for the firm, he's always trying to do right. It's just he made one bad decision to do it, so now he's sort of haunting him the whole time.
And one of the sort of the sublines in the story is the romantic side of things.
Sure.
the romance. Everyone likes the romance. Exactly.
Yeah, they're both ways. Yeah, we've got a lot of that stuff is starting to really percolate on the show. There you can see Mike and Rachel together, so we're in love, and then a lot of people feel Harvey and Donna need to find their way together at some point, and Jessica Pearson had a love interest this season, so everybody's finding something on the side.
So is it a little bit less this season about trying to cover up exactly who Mike's true identity, what Mike's true identity is, and kind of pushing him forward as a character?
This season, I mean, there was only one character right here. I'll just keep pointing to that. Louis Litt up in the corner. He's the only one. He's the only one.
We'll bring a laser pointer next time.
Here you'll see Louis Litt lurking. He's the one character who hadn't found out yet, and we'd all been trying to keep it from him because he's really the most dangerous. He's sort of a tinderbox ready to blow. And so at the end of this mid-season finale, he found out. So we're picking up with him now, using that as leverage to get whatever he wants, namely his name on the wall of the firm.
So the dedication to the fan base that you have is not only just the fact that, yes, when you turn on and watch the show itself, but people also love to see the behind the scenes, which you treat people to on Instagram, right? I mean, this has become somewhat of its own entity in Suits.
Something I love to do, and it sort of just happened very naturally. Suits really began as Instagram was kind of coming into forming, and I think that networks are very nervous usually of people sharing photos behind the scenes. They're scared you're going to reveal something, and over time, I've got over 500,000 people that are following me now. And the response is incredible. People just love to be able to peek behind the scenes and see how the process is of making a television show, to see how many people are actually involved in the process of making a TV show. And now that's all evolved into this gallery show I did here in New York this weekend with 30 original pieces that were not shot with my phone, but shot with real cameras.
And your father, a journalist, I mean, almost in the sense that you're kind of carrying along that line, almost in a different way.
Well, I think it's all storytelling, right? So I get to go to work and tell the story of Suits every day, but at the same time, I'm driven to tell the story of the way that Suits comes together and that the people are involved in doing it. And I'm just lucky that that's found as much of an audience as the show has. People, you know, it helps people feel even more connected to this thing that they already spend so much time and energy talking about and going on social media and sharing with each other the secrets about, and you know, people already do that so much, and this just gives them yet another outlet for them to interact with us in the show.
Because I checked out your account, and this is not just a myriad of selfies.
Selfies, yeah, I can't stand the selfies.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Here's a novel idea for 2015: turn the camera the other way, right? And then we can try that out.
Yeah, well, you mean a lot of celebrities. It's a very good tool for putting yourself out there and, you know, creating your brand. And for me, I'd much rather the brand be about the work. You know, I think I'm most is not that interesting, and it's more interesting the people around me than myself. So I never really want to take too many pictures of me. Plus, if you want to see me, you can tune onto the show, and I'm right there.
And to make one last illustration of that, but in photography, though, you ever think about driving it further than maybe something totally outside of Suits? I mean,
sure, yeah. I mean, I shoot everything, so I'm always shooting photos, and I already did a gallery show in Toronto that had nothing to do with Suits, so it was just my own work. But also, I want to be a director. I directed an episode of Suits this year, and understanding the photography side of things totally helps with that as well. When you step behind the camera, and you have a sense of, you know, where you want to put the camera, what kind of lenses you're using, you know how to talk to the guys who are running the cameras without feeling like there's this great chasm of knowledge between you. I feel like I've put in the hours and now know how it all works, so it gives me a leg up in that arena too.
Maybe you could go out and capture all the pictures of the snow that's going to be coming.
That'll be my plan. When the plane doesn't take off, that's going to be me for the next 3 days.
Well, listen, we're going to keep our fingers crossed that you'll be able to snap a couple of there, because you know,
because snow. I was terrible. No, that was right.
We definitely hit the bottom of the barrel on this one. It's on USA Network Suits. Patrick J. Adams, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.